time to refresh, reorganize, and make space for all the things that you hope to accomplish this year. Or any excuse to move your stuff around and feel like you got something done today. In all seriousness though, Dan and I have been working from home here together for a year of COVID life. Because we both work from home, I feel like I really finally need to get my sewing situation under control. The benefit for you is that you're gonna get to see how I organize all my sewing supplies. We're also making some improvements in our studio on things that weren't working for us in 2020. I'm super excited to share those with you. And we are preparing for some changes around here. If I'm feeling productive, should be able to squeeze in some sewing. And I wanna thank this video's sponsor, Birch Living. Stay tuned and I'll tell you more about that soon. I'll put a link in the description to a past video I made that showed how you can organize your sewing supplies depending on how much space you have available to designate. I've generally stuck to the same format as I have in the past, like trying to put similar objects together. Like this is like small tools. This one was summer/decorative fun fabric, knits and heavier winter ones, some yarn for future tapestry weaving projects. And this has been a mess. This is like elastics, notions, interfacing. I need to handle that one. Camera stuff, larger tools, other sewing knickknacks. Basically every week with me, I have like a high tide and a low tide. Low tide is when I clean up on the weekends or try to. And high tide is all week where my sewing projects just like spread, measuring tape, fabric, patterns, all over. And when you're sharing a space with another person, it's nice to figure out ways that you can contain the madness. I'm gonna see if I can reorganize this so I can squeeze more stuff into it. And also, make it so that I'm less likely to forget what items I already have, because I want to use what I have as much as possible instead of buying new stuff. Let's go. Okay, I've been doing a system of rolling them up. These are all roughly 40 inches long because that's how deep these cabinets are. So the goal is that everything would be visible from their end caps. This so far has been all of my lightweight fabrics. And then these are all the ones that are heavy, remind me of winter. That way, when I'm in a certain season, I'll see stuff that's applicable to that season. Still gonna figure out what I'm gonna do with like specialty fabrics like this shimmer, this print, tweed. This one, if you guys remember, like a mesh bomber jacket was made from it. Still got some more fabric to tackle, but I'm almost there. I've put a more fine detail grouping on all of these fabrics. Everything heavyweight, lightweight woven fabrics. All the sheer and mesh I've put together since they do serve a bit more of a decorative purpose, as well as my two little vinyls. Beep boop. And then over here is all of my knits, which is a surprising amount. It's helpful to visualize it because now I know how much shelf space I need to assign. All of it is just on one of these gridded post-it notes, and I actually am borrowing this system from my skincare, which has worked really well for me over the years. In the lid, I have a list of all the skincare that I haven't used yet, all organized by type, and whenever it's time to use them, I just take the pen to cross them off. And the best part is I never accidentally buy something I don't need, which is the goal here with the fabric. Time to put everyone back in their shelves and hope I have created additional space. I'm too broke to visit or smoke, but I'm privy to the haze I've been growing. Ooh, that was super therapeutic. Welcome to a new day. I had stuff stashed over here behind the dress form. I had things under, I had things over there in my workspace. It was just like a leak of my sewing supplies everywhere. And now everything consolidated here, ready for the changes Dan and I are going to be having in our life. You'll see that soon. Very quickly, I'll show you how I organize everything, starting with the stuff I touch the least, all the way to the works that I am most proud of. I didn't change too much of this. I've got lenses, cameras, 2 new film cameras that I'm trying out and I'm super excited about. Down here, I love baskets because you can just pull out all of the supplies that go all the way to the back. And then down here, a whole basket full of all my spray materials and a glass container full of encouraging letters and cards that I've received over the years. Every single one that means a lot to me, I'll end up keeping them in here and I'll go through it whenever I'm feeling low and need a reminder. Here are the notions. I didn't touch this yarn bucket much, but over here I just have a baggie full of the scrap fabric that I thought was still useful and interesting. Ooh, this one changed a lot though. Man, this bucket of notions was a total mess. It's like bias tape, elastics, zippers, buttons, trims, ribbons. Now I've separated everyone into their own paper bags so they don't get tangled up with each other. And then I don't know what to do with these guys, but I've got some spare shoulder pads that I ripped out from some thrifted blazers. Ooh, yeah, and some ostrich feather attachments that can go on shoes. Ah, but this is just so much more relieving from what it used to look like. Close the door, done. I'm a believer in putting things that you're going to use very quickly and readily as close as possible to the workstation. You know, extra measuring tape, scissors, everyone gets their own drawer. This is probably the most random, just knickknacks and spare pins. This one's like a slide out tray of all sorts of markers. I highly advise storing sewing supplies inside clear containers so that you can see them all very easily, and then to really hide it all away, shut it all behind one door. Okay, now we're getting into the stuff I'm super proud of. I put a lot of work into this. So as you saw, I was rolling up the fabric to store it. I did secure them with elastics, which was really helpful in keeping them neat. They've all been inventoried. There's the sheer mesh ones. I organized them by color, their density or print, and then also their weave or material style. Then we've got lightweight woven fabrics, we've got knits. I can't believe how well this rolling method consolidated all my fabrics in such a visible way. Once again, all inventoried on a door, matching writing utensil nearby. It's kind of embarrassing how many times in this process I was like, oh yeah, that fabric. Very helpful money-saving procedure. This brings me to the secret goal that I had for this whole cleaning project, which was to prepare a space where upcoming projects could go, because those are the most guilty of loitering around the home. So this shelf here has this piece of fabric that I really want to sew into a fitted sheet. This shelf here has some fabric that I wanted to sew into masks, as well as some projects from last year that I need to fix or mend or improve on. Let's tackle this one as our sewing project today. There's two big changes to our studio in this video, and the first one is that over last year we realized that our foam mattress was really not helping us. We would like wake up with back pain and just felt like maybe it was time to switch to a spring mattress that would have more support. After some research, I was super excited to find out that I could get a mattress that would be spring but also box delivered, and it would be organic and non-toxic. So this part of the video is sponsored by Birch Living, who is where we got our mattress from. Like, obviously all the opinions are mine, but I'm just so happy with our new mattress. So I'm just gonna talk about them real quick. Basically, Birch makes organic, non-toxic mattresses that are made in America with just 4 materials. It's organic latex, New Zealand wool, American-made springs, and what was the last one? Organic cotton. A few weeks ago, Dan and I unboxed ours, which is always a fun experience, unboxing the like little rolled up mattress and watching it inflate. To really kick myself in the butt on finishing a project that I've wanted to do for a long time, I'm going to give the new Birch mattress a brand new fitted sheet made from a flat sheet. And if you're like me and you use duvet covers, this piece of fabric just feels so useless now because it's kind of redundant with the duvet cover. I measured the queen size fitted sheet that we have, and I'll put the dimensions right here so you can see them as well in the description. I'm basically 6 inches short only on one side of the flat sheet. So now that I've also gone through my lining fabric, I picked out just like a regular old cotton lining that is enough fabric that I can just like, I don't know, supplement. This fabric that I'm adding to lengthen the end of my fitted sheet was one rectangle that needed to be half of its size doubled. So I cut it in half and then I just joined it together with a nice and clean seam. It was a French seam. There must be a name for this. I'm so sorry, but it's escaping me. You fold the raw flap of fabric over, straight stitch, and then totally nice and flat. if I find out this is called a flat seam. So now, as you can see, she's one long rectangle and now ready to be joined to the fitted sheet. One long stitch. I've got my long rectangle pinned. This was very much like a measure twice, cut once type of project. You don't want to mess this up. Open this lower right drawer. I know where it is. Do you? Oh shoot, no, never mind. Wait, I don't know where it is. But yeah, the verdict on our mattress is that we love it. We love the spring over the foam. I can't promise these results to everyone, of course, but Dan and I have not had any back pain waking up ever since we got it, which just personally is amazing. The main benefit that I've felt though of getting a mattress that is non-toxic and organic is also that there's no off-gassing period where you're waiting for the mattress to kind of like finish leaching off of its manufacturing chemicals, especially if you're thinking of getting a mattress for a child or someone elderly or someone who's sensitive to chemicals. It's a great choice. I know organic and non-toxic are phrases that companies love to throw around, but you can go to Birch's website to see multiple third-party certifications. So basically, it's about as all-natural as you can get with a spring mattress. Okay, now for the hard part. I basically have to cut a 13-inch by 13-inch square out of every corner of this huge sheet, and those are the places where I'm going to join the ends together to create the box shape of a fitted sheet. All right, I really hope I've made a smart choice here, but I've folded the entire sheet so that all four corners are now lined up. And this is why I don't want this to go to waste. This is such quality fabric. And then all these corners need to be sewn together. I'm gonna do a French seam again, just so that this really can last a long time in the washing machine with no raw edges exposed. So satisfying. All the corners are in. So now all that's undressed is this hugely long raw edge that needs an elastic, which was very quick and easy to retrieve due to organization. I'm planning on just giving it a zigzag stitch all the way around. Might turn the edge in once just so there's no more raw edges. And my new fitted sheet, which incrementally cost me nothing, I guess, should be ready. Like I said, we have been sleeping so much better ever since we got our Birch mattress, and also it was a great excuse to finally get a project done. If you want to give Birch mattress a try, you will get a 100-day sleep trial as well as a 10-year warranty to make sure you love it. And if you don't, no problems there. Birch will give you a full refund and pick it up for you. Also, if you live in the US, they will deliver your mattress for free all the way up to your door. And I don't know, like, we love our Birch mattress, so I feel confident that you guys will love it too. If you're looking for a new bed, I highly suggest checking out Birch. You can click the special link down below, or you can go to birchliving.com/withwendy and you will get $200 off your mattress plus 2 free pillows. We will be matching because we have the same pillows as well. Thank you so much, Birch, for sponsoring this video, giving us our brand new happy mattress. One thing I don't know if I've ever shown you guys is that right here beside the bed is Dan's workplace. This is our work from home stitch. Next on the tasks, I'm super excited about this. I ordered a bunch of studio lights to help me out with surviving winter. I already opened one of the elements, which was this great 5-in-1 reflector. I'm gonna install these lights today somewhere up here on the ceiling. I don't get to talk about this much on my channel, but I actually do love setting up new tech. I find it very satisfying, and if you guys want to know more about all the lighting and the technical stuff that goes into making my YouTube videos, happy to share. Looks like we've got soft boxes, clamps, and then everything else here. You guys might notice Dan talking in the background, which has been our reality through all of 2020 COVID and continuing on into this new year. I feel like there should be a montage to show how much I like play this ballet of waiting for him to talk before I record audio. Okay, now for the hard part. Oh gosh, Dan's talking really loud. It retains its stretchiness.
I did this just for him.
it still retains its stretchiness. It retains its stretchiness, but it looks really clean on the outside. Trim the edges and round them, so
it seems like you're in the mix for every.
if you've been poking around, the LEDs that we got, they're just like a big rolled up panel, so it's super lightweight. Just gotta expand this. This looks like a tracking device for like a superhero squad. Ooh. Die, Winter! Die! It's powerful! That's 10. They're both installed. It's time to hit me. Wow! Can you even tell what time of day it is? Look at them. They're so bright. They've literally just put every light in our house to shame. Every other light is like, you're dead to me.
Yeah, it's so dull.
You're dead to me. I think past me thought I could finish filming this whole video in one day, so you may notice the t-shirts and turtlenecks and outfits are just all over the place, and it's because continuity be damned, apparently. If you're new around here and feeling a little nosy to see the rest of my home, I do have a studio tour video and I'll put that in the description. And I hope you felt motivated to get some of your own organizing and sewing and projects you've been putting off done. I'm already reaping the benefits of these massive lights that we've put in. Honestly, just feels like it's the middle of the day. And I hope you guys are doing well wherever you are, that you're staying safe. I'm going to get some more of my tardy sewing projects done, where I remedy all the mistakes that I made in 2020. Hope you're looking forward to that. I'm here to motivate you. Do it! Okay, see you guys in the next video. Bye!